We're on.
All right.
Okay, so I wanted to interrupt real quick.
We're on for the 2024-2025 Chicky Pom Pom Fantasy Football League Draft
Shit.
recap. Whatever Ryan did. I
My bad.
didn't stop the recording.
I did not. No, we're good.
Did something weird. Whatever.
Remember when I turned it on that way?
All right, so here we go. I'll try to go through everybody's team, see what's up, see what's bad. I didn't notice anything immediately when everybody drafted. I will say, putting the stickers on, Rob Marchie's running back room gets rough fast. I saw two names I didn't recognize at all. So that's bad. So we got Jonja here with the one-on-one pick. Christian McCaffrey pretty much had to take him, so I like it. I'm scared of what's going to happen with Devon A-Chain, but I can't deny his upside. Good pick. Debo, solid in the third. DK kind of had a down year last year. It'll be interesting to see how he bounces back, but first four, really good. I love Trey McBride right there. I think he's got a shot at finishing as a top 5 tight end. He only played, I think, 12 games last year, and I saw something. He had like a top 5 fantasy performance in 10 of his 12 games that he played in. So this is somebody to really look out for. Also doubling down on Arizona with Kyler. Arizona just could legitimately be pretty good offensively. When Kyler came back, they were moving the ball and making things happen. So really investing in their offense might be a good call. I don't know what to think about the Las Vegas Raiders. I kept thinking Zamir White was a backup, but he's a starter. So having 3 starters, 8 round, fine. Vlad McConkey, he's the only receiver I know of on the Chargers. That's fine. Deontay Johnson is on Carolina. That's a little spooky. I don't know. Like Jeff said, what's that boy name?
Who?
Quarterback.
Young? Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. He might be back. And their offensive infrastructure is bad. But Deontay Johnson is good, so where you got him is good. Chase Brown, fine. Baltimore, good. They lost some people on defense and they lost their D coordinator, so it'll be interesting to see what they do, but they're always solid, so that's good. Matt Stafford was ranked so low. I have no idea why. He's a great backup. He might be able to start sometimes for you. Luke Musgrave, like the upside. That's your kicker. Who the hell is Ray Davis? I don't know.
Sounds like a jazz musician.
I don't know. Jonja, I think you had an awesome draft. I think you're definitely not getting last place. You should bounce back. But can't predict the future. Anyway, over to Josh. He just drafted Bengals players. Did it for his son. He said, hey, I'm taking Jamar Chase. I'm doing it for Logan. Logan would have never known if he did something else.
Yeah, you can
never would have known.
You can just lie.
You could have lied. Or you could have said nothing. I don't think Logan would remember these kinds of things. Then he took Josh Jacobs. I'm a little spooked by that. I don't know what's going to be happening. He's on a new team. I don't know what he's going to do in Green Bay, but he's talented, so that's fine. Olave's good. I just don't like the team. David Montgomery's good. It'll be interesting to see what happens now that Jahmyr Gibbs has found his role. But he should have been in handcuff to whoever got Gibbs. But I still like him by himself.
That'd be an early handcuff.
It would be an early handcuff, but again, it's one of those things where Gibbs has got a soft tissue injury, pulled his hamstring. It's the kind of thing that lingers and you might re-injure it again. But who knows? My man took Joe Burrow. He's just got to stay healthy and it'll be good. Somebody else jumping on the Kyle Pitts train. I'm going to pray for you, man. He loves to disappoint.
No, he's not on Nick's team, so he's going to be good.
Yeah, true.
Fuck yourself.
I like George Pickens there. That's a really good spot to get him. He's talented, and they should have better quarterback play. I have no idea. They should.
Who was it last year?
Should.
It was Trubisky last year, right? Did Trubisky get benched?
No, it wasn't Trubisky, dude.
Who am I thinking of?
It was Kenny Pickett. Who's our backup now for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Who
Sorry,
supposedly had a
these
really
white guy
poor
washouts are
camp.
getting confusing
he
to
had a
keep
bad
straight.
camp,
I'm
man.
sorry.
I read the notes. He had a bad camp.
Was he
Not
on?
good.
Where Trubisky was somewhere. I think he was on Pittsburgh, wasn't he?
Mason Rudolph is who the backup was in Pittsburgh. Marchie would be able to tell me if Trubisky was still there, but I know Mason Rudolph is when they caught a little bit of fire. Anyway, I like that pick still. Brian Robinson Jr., that's fine in Washington. He might split some time with, they've got a pass catching back who they might use a little bit more. Eckler. They're going to use Eckler for that. So, but I still like Brian Robinson. You basically did your quarterbacks from last year. I think Purdy's still going to be good. I hate him, but I think he's just not bad, man. He's got a great team around him. That's a good place to get Marquise Brown because you've got 3 starting wide receivers already. So when he comes back healthy, you can squeeze him in. So that's pretty good. You just like the name Chuba, and I agree that's the only good thing about him right there. Carolina is not going to have a good running attack. I just can't see it. Tyler Lockett, good pick. Got the best kicker in the league. Miami's defense, they're going to be bad. I don't think they're going to be good. They weren't good last year. They had some injuries, but they also lost their best or second best defensive player in Christian Wilkins. They still got Jalen Ramsey, but he's going to be a corner. He's a corner. He's older. I think they're going to be bad. I don't like that. Jerry Jeudy is making too much money, but he's a fine pick there. K-Dot is whatever. Then we go to Forest team. Tyreek Hill is a good pick. Drake London is a good pick. Josh Allen is a good pick. Mark Andrews is a good pick. Those first four, nailed it. I wouldn't have any notes, honestly. I would say I don't like to go that long in this league without a running back. And then you got Najee Harris and Devin Singletary, and I do not like either one of those picks. Najee Harris is going to split way too much time with Jaylen Warren, even if he has a good year. Devin Singletary is playing for the damn Giants, so he is not good enough to make that bad line good, and Daniel Jones is still the quarterback, so they are loaded up the box and double-teaming Malik Neighbors. But I do think Neighbors will have a decent year. Keenan Allen might be fat now. That's scary. Jonathan Brooks is hurt. Austin Eckler is splitting time in there, so he's not really the starter, but he might get pass catch and stuff.
He can't run.
He's also old, yeah.
His breakaway speed was like 12
I
miles
was
an hour.
going to say, he is also slow.
And,
Yeah. You got a fat guy, you got a slow guy. Caleb Williams I like. I was kind of eyeing him later as a backup, so that's a good pick. Hopkins is too old. I mean, Forrest always drafts these guys whose name he knows, but then he got Jonathan Brooks in there for some
He's
reason.
got 3 tight ends.
Well, no.
Taysom Hill.
He's a quarterback.
Taysom Hill's his backup. No, never mind. He's got Caleb Hill.
Yeah,
He's got Williams.
3 quarterback / tight ends.
I was gonna say he's got too many quarterback tight ends. He did not need.
There's
Taysom
only
Hill.
one, but somehow he's got 3 of both. Because that's what it does.
I don't think that's what you needed. Forrest is gonna be another one of those years, my guy. It's again, you did it with the top. These picks matter, man. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Mark's up. Bijan. I like Bijan. I am glad you drafted Bijan and didn't draft the guy that I wanted, but I really like Bijan there. He could finish as RB1. Isaiah Pacheco, I like. He just might end up splitting time. They just picked up Samaje Perine. He's going to be the pass catching back. And then they got that guy Carson Steele who had a strong preseason. I don't know if they're going to really eat into Pacheco's time a lot.
Carson Steele, I don't know.
He's a rookie. I think he just, looking at early season stuff, think he was just made the roster. Then you got James Cook, who I actually really like James Cook. So your first 3 picks, you got a good set of running backs. And then your next 3 picks for wide receiver. Cooper Kupp, Tank Dell, Terry McLaurin. I don't expect Cooper Kupp to ever return to what he was when he won the Triple Crown. But I think these are all solid wide receiver 2 high-end players. The only problem with Terry McLaurin is I don't know how good Jaden Daniels is going to be. And Jaden Daniels is a little thin. Might get hurt, but if Jaden Daniels pops off, Terry McLaurin's going to eat. So, strong starting set there. Like Njoku right there. The damn board got it wrong for some reason. It says Jackson Smith and Jigba's on San Francisco. He's 100% on Seattle, so that's stupid. That's a fine pick. He didn't do great there last year, but it might have been they were using
He's
him
never
improperly.
been on San Francisco. Why?
I know.
I mean,
It's just
this
a weird,
shit's,
dumb
this shit's
mistake.
probably printed in it's probably printed in China or some shit.
I mean, definitely.
Probably.
It costs like
Yeah.
$14.
Yeah,
so.
okay. It absolutely is the case.
Jared Goff, really solid quarterback to get right there. Blake Corum's fine. I don't know what kind of run he's going to get with the Chargers, but he is going to his college.
I think Corum was on the.
He's on the
I was on the Rams. I thought it said LAC.
No.
I was on the Rams. On the Rams, I don't know. I didn't really think he was that impressive in college, personally, so I just don't think he's that good. But
fast.
he might get an opportunity.
He was good. I don't know how pro-ready he is.
Yeah, that's just
I
my
think he's
thing.
just beef. He was a strong dude, but like I don't
Yeah.
think he had top end speed. He
You can
wasn't.
prove me wrong.
He's
but-
not
And
gonna.
it's like I'm not. It's fine. Again, Kyron Williams. He got hurt a little bit last year, didn't he?
Kyron? Yeah, a little bit.
So again, good to have his backup, and he's going to get an opportunity. Jaden Daniels, good backup. Rashid Shaheed, he is another one of those receivers who does best belly in the league. That's like the best one. CJ Stroud does it too, so that's the only thing I like about him. Brandon Aubrey is your kicker. Jordan Mason, he wasn't on the sheet, so that's fine. Seattle and Demarcus Robinson. Oh, Demarcus Robinson's on the Chargers. He's one of their wide receivers.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, nope, he's on the Rams. I still don't know who the other Chargers receivers are.
Quinn
Mark,
Johnson.
your strength of your draft is up here. You got fine picks here, but this is another solid Mark team. You never do poorly. Once again, you're not going to be doing our punishment, Mark. Good job. Oh, no, but you did.
No,
the
he
calendar.
did it. He did the
yeah.
best one.
You did do the best one. All right, then we got Scott. Man, Scott's running back room is the funniest one. Marquise is a problem, but he's got starters. So you went with CD, Puka, and Ayuk. Those are all wide receiver 1 ceiling players. That's great. Then it immediately, running back. Aaron Jones in Minnesota. I just can't see it working out. They don't have a particularly good line. They're going to want to throw the ball to their wide receivers because they've got Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson coming off injury, and Jordan Addison. And Aaron Jones is getting too close to 30. I just can't see him being good. It's a little spooky. CJ Stroud's good. I like that pick, and I think you got him at the right spot. Zach Moss in Cincinnati. What Cincinnati people have told me, I wouldn't take any of our running backs. But if you were going to take one, it would be Zach Moss. So that's the upside.
Yeah.
Bowers in Las Vegas. I think Bowers is super talented. That's all I've heard about him. The only issue is that Gardner Minshew's the quarterback. And he's going to be having Gardner Minshew games all over the place. Chris Godwin's really good right there. And then you are back up alliance of praying somebody gets hurt.
All three of those next round.
That is all it is. It's like somebody's going down. Tajay Spears is looking over Tony Pollard's shoulder. He's looking over Kenneth Walker's shoulder. He's looking over Bijan Robinson's shoulder.
One of them's gonna hit.
Somebody's gotta hit.
I only need one.
Just one.
Just one. Then Romeo Dobbs is good. He's solid. He'll just out of nowhere get you a nice little 12, 13 points on a week. Aaron Rodgers, I was looking at him as a backup. That's a good pick up there. Likely's good. He's going to get run in Baltimore.
Say his real name.
Sharon Rogers.
Isaiah Girl, most likely.
Houston defense could be really good. They actually came on really strong last year. Obviously, they got Will Anderson, who's going to be in his second year. And then they got Derek Stingley, who was really strong for him last year. He was supposed to be a pick artist, which is why he was drafted above Sauce Gardner. Hurt his first year, started to come on his second year and had 5 picks, I think. So he could actually be special. And obviously, they've got a defensive head coach. I really like you getting Houston right there. A lot of upside. And then your kicker. So, once again, at the running back, that's it, man. Yeah, it's pretty much that. Everything else is pretty good. All right, then my team. Breece Hall. I just wanted to go running back here because I didn't want to end up in the world that Scott is in. That's more than anything. But he's got a lot of upside. Could get hurt. Jets could also be butt cheeks again, so that sucks. Nico Collins, I think he really could have a great year. He started to come on a little bit late last year, and I think that if the Texans' offense as a whole is good, he is going to be the one who eats the most over Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs.
Nico Collins, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I could have taken him with my first pick.
You could have,
and
yeah.
I would have been like...
I wouldn't have hated it.
Yeah.
Again, it would have been early, but I'm like, look, man, I can't say he's not going to perform that well. James Conner is kind of one of those guys who I don't think is good, but he's actually extremely good.
Consistent.
It's weird. He's very good. Super talented guy. And again, I think the Arizona offense is just going to be good. So we'll see. This could be the year he falls off a cliff, but it just doesn't happen. Devontae, come on, he's good. I think DJ Moore is going to end up being the wide receiver 1 in Chicago. I really like Rome Odunze, so it could be him. But DJ Moore is the vet, and he is talented. I'm betting on Jordan Love continuing the success he had last year. He threw for a ton of touchdowns in the back half of the season. First half was kind of slow, so hopefully that back half is who he really is. Evan Ingram's been better in Jacksonville. They don't really have a ton of established weapons, so he should still be good. Javonte Williams, I hope this is the year he's healthy. If he's not, this is going to be useless because Denver is going to stink. That was a perfect part.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm betting on Christian Watson also to stay healthy. Just betting on his measurables. I took a defense early because I just think the Jets defense is way too stacked. I think that if they get a decent compliment from the offense, they'll be good no matter what. Khalil Shakir, that's just basically, is he going to be wide receiver one? I know very little about him other than they don't have anybody in Buffalo. Got Kirk First Cousins as my backup. Braylon Allen's a rookie. He's just a big boy. Adnan Mitchell is a rookie. He's in Indy. Cameron Dicker's my kicker. And Benson. I like my team. I'm not too upset with how I drafted considering I had the 6th spot. There's nothing that makes me overwhelmingly feel confident in it, but I like what I did. I'm not going to regret any of these picks down the road. So, that's good for me. Now, Marchie's team. Jonathan Taylor's your running back.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
If Jonathan Taylor Thomas stays healthy along with Anthony Richardson, they're going to have a dynamic rushing attack. Shane Steichen coming from Philadelphia. Like to run a lot of read option stuff. They didn't get to last year, but I think Jonathan Taylor still got the juice.
Thomas.
Jalen Hurts, I think he's going to have a bounce back year under Kellen Moore. I don't know how much he is going to. I still think they're going to do the tush push, but I can't guarantee he's going to get like 15 rushing touchdowns again. Probably closer to 10, but that's still really good. So I think that's fine to take him there. Mike Evans is super reliable. You like 1,000 yards, 8 to 10 touchdowns. I would not have taken Alvin Kamara. I don't like New Orleans as a team, and Alvin Kamara I think is just about to fall off a cliff. Dalton Kincaid, I really like. He could be the primary receiving option in Buffalo. They drafted him as a rookie to be that. He didn't really get off to a fast start until Dawson Knox got hurt, but I still like it. Zay Flowers, good upside. I guess he's the number 1 in Baltimore. Nobody else would be, but I just don't quite see it completely with him, but it's still a good pick. Calvin Ridley's the number 1 in Tennessee, I think. What do you guys think DeAndre Hopkins or Calvin Ridley would be the number 1 at this point?
I don't know. I'd probably say Hopkins.
Yeah, again, it's not like what you were going to be talking about.
What year is it?
Exactly.
Is it 2018?
Calvin Ridley's.
Calvin Ridley's the younger
got
guy.
some-
He
yeah.
should
I
be.
mean, he's got some problems though.
Yeah, well, the gambling problems.
Was it gambling problem? I thought he had that's what it was.
He got
Yeah.
suspended for that. Jerome Ford, he's going to play. I get the point of drafting Jerome Ford. He's going to play early. Hopefully, they still split time if Chubb's still trying to rehab and come back to full strength. But Jerome Ford last year, as somebody who had him, he would break a random 60-yard run and then get 2 yards of carry for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Not
He
a
wasn't
consistent guy.
great even when he played.
No, he wasn't. He would just find occasionally
Put
a
up
hole
numbers.
and go deep. So, whatever.
Sorry,
Keon
Emmanuel
Coleman.
here.
I probably wouldn't have this many shares of the Buffalo offense because I don't know what it's going to be. But again, he's got a chance to be wide receiver 1. Dallas defense is good. All right, you drafted Jaleel McLaughlin and Bucky Irving. I don't know who the fuck they are at all. I had to write in Jaleel McLaughlin, and Bucky Irving is on Tampa Bay, so he's behind Rashad White. I'm just gonna assume you know something that I don't know, man, because I have no idea who those guys are. Baker as your backup quarterback is fine. Baker's decent. He can definitely play well some games. Josh Palmer is on the Chargers still, so that's fine. And then you got
So you're answering your question.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's the number 1 wide receiver, probably.
and then you got Brandon Cooks, who didn't have a great year. It was his first truly bad year, I think, with Dallas last year. So we'll see if it was just a fluke or if he is finally done just getting 1,000 yards and not making the Pro Bowl. And then you got your guy for your kicker, Chris Boswell. Good job. Overall, I don't love anybody on your team, but I think that you got some solid picks in there. There's a lot of upside. A lot of things have to break your way for this team to be good, but it's not terrible. All right, let's go to Paul. I'm on Ross St. Brown. Eric and I watched this receiver, and this man just comes from an insane family. His dad was a world-class bodybuilder. His mom is German, and Amon Ross St. Brown speaks 3 languages, French, German, and English.
Isn't one of his parents like a professor or some shit?
His mom might be.
Okay.
His dad's kind of crazy, but I really
He
like
named
Amon
his
Ra.
sons Amon-Ra and Equanimous.
Yeah, he talks about that a little bit. And then we got Travis Etienne. I think that's pretty good right there. He was a little bit disappointing in my opinion last year, but still good. Just not quite what I thought he would be. Got Kelsey there. Kelsey's still going to be good. Doesn't matter how old he is. He just knows. He understands how to get open. He understands how to read zones. Kenneth Walker, he's starting right now, but Scott is hoping that he doesn't
Not for
keep
long.
starting. Scott's putting voodoo on him, so we'll see how that holds.
Why? Why?
Then we got Michael Pittman Jr. He could have a truly big breakout year. Both.
It's
Anthony Richardson stays healthy and is good. Tony
Not
Pollard.
hitting that
he's
over
got the
though,
other
I
one.
don't
He's
think.
going down,
Well,
too.
not both aren't going down.
Scott's actually just hoping your running backs die.
Akron's not putting more points on
Yeah.
the board.
Tony I've heard that Tony Pollard has his burst back after a year from the injury that happened 2 years ago. But again, I like Tajay Spears. I do think Tajay Spears is going to eat into his carries. Christian Kirk's a good pick. Tua's a good quarterback. I don't know why he was ranked so low when he plays. I mean, he led the league in passing yards last year. I don't know how many touchdowns.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense based on how their offense was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, he was slanging that thing. And then they did put up that 70-point game against the Broncos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like Tua.
Fucking
I don't know.
Sean Payton after that game. That was so fucking
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I hate Sean Payton.
Yeah, he's a horrible person. I hope bad things happen to him.
Yeah, me too.
But Tua's a good pick. I don't like Zeke at all. I don't know why you did that. Dalvin Cook could easily end up getting the most carries week 1. So I don't know why you did that. Mike Williams is he healthy? I don't even know if he's playing week 1. I know he's only your wide receiver 4, but I like the upside, I guess. I get what you're doing. Justin Herbert, really good backup. Ty Chandler, that's just a guy. He don't matter. Kobe Myers. Kobe Myers is pretty consistent. No matter where he goes, he has success. So I like that pick there. Tank Bigsby. I don't think he's ever going to overtake ETN, but I like him as a handcuff because he is talented if something happens and he can produce. And then Chicago defense, that's also another sneaky good pick. Once they got Montez Sweat, their defense played way better last year. They got Jalen Johnson, one of the best corners in the league. And as always, Chicago invested in linebacker with Trayman Edmonds and my boy from the Eagles, TJ Edwards. So their defense actually could be pretty nice. That's a good time to get them. And that's a kicker. Then we got old Knicks team.
Ooh.
Justin Jefferson fell to you. You got him last year early, got him this year late. It's pretty elite. I traded for him last year.
one
and then
last
that bitch got hurt.
Did you pick one last year?
I remember.
You were like 2.
Yeah.
I thought Justin Jefferson went first last year, but
He got hurt. I wasn't happy.
Yeah, but he got hurt on my team. Remember, I traded you Jamar Chase.
that was the biggest trade in our league's history, I think.
Yeah, it was like Jamar Chase and James Cook.
Didn't do me anything.
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me either because he immediately got hurt. But again, Justin Jefferson's just that guy. He's a monster. Again, everything you said about Marvin Harrison Jr. is right. He is ready to play. He is good. It is just about what the offense does. And I believe in the offense. I think that they'll be good. I think that they were good last year. I think that they were.
See the guy rubbing Sorry.
I think that they were good last year when Kyler came back, and so I do like that pick. You went ahead and paid for Patrick Mahomes. I think he's going to have a bounce back year statistically. Obviously, he's coming off a Super Bowl. He's that good, but I think his fantasy year will be better. Jalen Waddle just has to stay healthy. I think that man has chronic back issues. I feel every game I watch with the Dolphins, he is like down doing one of these, like struggling to get up. But when he's healthy, he's good. I don't like DeAndre Swift being your first running back, but he's pretty good to get there if you have waited this long. Same with Raheem Mostert. I don't like that as a starting combo, but they both have the potential to any given week give you like top 5 wide receiver upside. So getting them there is about right.
Sorry, who else is running the ball in Chicago?
They have Roshan Johnson, who they drafted, and Roshan Johnson was kind of like the rookie that people thought would overtake Khalil Herbert last year. And so they still think that's potential there this year. And I will say, as somebody who DeAndre Swift was on the Eagles last year, he's explosive. He is another one of those guys who isn't consistent. If you need him to get 4-5 yards every down, he won't. He won't read the blocks right. He won't get the yardage. He won't break the tackles. But again, he's viable very much so in fantasy. So that's still not bad.
He's also on his 3rd team in 4 years.
Nobody wants to pay him big money. He's not a big money
I
runner.
get it.
Jayden Reed, I think he's the wide receiver 1 in Green Bay. I don't know. They've got 4 good guys, so it's pretty tough. But buying in on that offense is good. Jaylen Warren, I would take him over Najee Harris. So, again, I like that. Jordan Addison, he had a strong rookie year, so I like him. It's just, you got to believe in Sam Darnold a little bit when you get Jordan Addison. He's not good enough to overcome bad quarterback play. I don't think Justin is. I don't think Jordan is. Dalton Schultz, I like. Bo Nix stinks, man. I don't believe in Bo Nix.
That was a reach.
I need you not to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just did that because it's a rookie, it's a novelty.
Oh, I do that. I do that sometimes. I got the bug. Fuck. Doesn't matter. Can't remember his name many years ago, but I got the bug off of like picking a rookie real early.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I gotta find someone.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
this is one of them. Yeah.
You know who mine was on that? Ryan Matthews.
Oh yeah, I remember you
Daddy.
wanted Ryan Matthews.
One
man.
T Ryan
You
Matthews.
loved
Daddy.
Ryan Matthews.
I'm like, this is gonna be the guy.
Again, I think very little of Bo Nix, but again, it just may not play out that way. I just think that all the things about him being a check down merchant, about him being old, so he's at his ceiling for as good as he's going to be, I believe it. There's a reason he was the last first round quarterback taken, and Denver took him because they basically had to take somebody, in my opinion. I don't think they got their guy, they got a guy. But it's fine. Hopefully you never have to play him outside of maybe one game. Curtis Samuel, he's been around for a while. I like him. You got the young Ho, love him. Kansas City defense should still be good. They won't be what they were last year, I don't think. I don't know who else is in that cornerback room to replace L'Jarius Sneed. Trent McDuffie's still boss. They still got decent linebackers with Nick Bolton. They still got Chris Jones. Like, still going to be good, man. So that's still a good defense. I don't know who Marshawn Lloyd is. Will Shipley is probably not going to play, but I understand why you took him. He's got a chance because Saquon could get hurt. He will get an opportunity if Saquon gets hurt.
Same idea with Bo Nix there.
Yeah.
I think Marshawn Lloyd is backup for Greenback.
He's the backup for Green, so he's backing up Jacobs.
Yeah, because Dylan went down for the year.
Yeah.
So not a.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dylan went down.
I
for
thought
the year.
about
You're right.
taking
Yeah,
him.
that actually
Yeah.
makes sense. So that's actually a little
Dylan's
bit
too
better
strange
pick.
of a guy.
I don't really know how good he is, but yeah. So again, pretty solid team, honestly, Nick. I would say this top, you really got it. I don't have questions about most of these picks. Your backup quarterback being the only person I have to criticize. So again, solid
That's
team.
replaceable though.
Yeah, you can do whatever on
Yeah,
that.
man.
You can literally pick up. Oh no, I'm trying to see.
That
who's
was,
not
that
on
was a
the board.
reach because I really wasn't too concerned.
You can pick up
about that.
Deshaun Watson.
You can. He's available.
I
Put
love
$5
rape.
The
so
funny
yes.
thing, I can't believe nobody drafted
Nobody
him.
drafted him.
Nobody.
Dude, I don't even know if he's
Fuck
gonna
that
play
guy.
week one.
I don't even know if he's good.
Yeah,
Well, I
this
can
is,
tell you that.
he's not good.
He's not good.
But will he even play?
Yeah. Who knows?
Then we got Andy's team. I actually really like Jahmyr Gibbs. The reason I'm
I do
scared
too.
is that
He's
pulling a hamstring is one of those things that lingers. I'm not saying he's going to get hurt, but it is just that is a real scary thing. He could be fine. He can never get hurt again this year, but he was already a guy who got hurt a little bit last year, and soft tissue injuries, they just mess with you. They nag you.
He's a speed only guy.
Right, but he's super talented. He has
Very.
good vision. He sees it. He's good. He's deserving of that spot. That's the only thing I'm scared about. You got Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry's one of those rare running backs that he's not going to fall off until like he is done. He's just going to be good to the end. So I like that in Baltimore. Devontae Adams. I think he'll be better with Gardner. Jimmy Garoppolo was terrible, and then they had the young boy.
Jimmy G, baby. Aiden.
Aiden O'Connell. So I think he's going to be better with Gardner, but it won't be anything crazy once again. Joe Mixon, I kind of like Joe. People are down on Joe. I feel like he's had some good years. I don't know what kind of touchdown production he's going to get, but I like him. He's going to get an opportunity. I think he's going to be good. Amari Cooper, man, he did all this production last year with Joe Flacco. It was not with Deshaun. Like, it's just, Amari's that good. Deshaun's too bad, though. Malik Neighbors, everything I've seen about him preseason is like the hype is real. He's that good, and they're going to try to feed him. He will overcome bad quarterback play, so I like that pick. So it's kind of evened out on everything here. Dak Prescott is a very stable quarterback. I like that. Rashee Rice probably isn't getting suspended, so I like that pick. So receivers are going to work out for you, I think. Dallas Goedert, solid. He just has never quite been as good as people sort of view him. And I say that as a Philly fan. If he stays healthy, though, and if he can get used properly, he could have maybe his best season this year. Courtland Sutton is playing in Denver. J.K. Dobbins, it's over, man. It's over.
It's over,
we
baby.
can stop believing in J.K., man. It's over.
This is the year.
He's worth a flyer.
Nah, man.
He's worth a flyer there.
He's never stayed healthy. This is the year to stay healthy.
It's never.
He just tore his ACL.
It's literally. It's
Would
joke.
believe it.
All right, and then Pat Fryermuth, good backup. Harrison Butker hates.
Come on, man.
No, I picked him up because he hates me.
Oh, well then good. I was just gonna be like, I don't know if he's gonna be kicking that many field goals.
Cleveland defense, they should still be good. I don't know who they lost in like the secondary. Didn't they lose a couple guys?
No.
No, they brought everybody back.
Yeah.
They should still be good. It's just hard to be the best, a top 5 defense year in and year out. It fluctuates a lot, but they'll still be good. They're still going to get out through the quarterback. Fine. Gabe Davis,
He was on Buffalo, wasn't
he's
he?
on Jacksonville now.
Oh.
I knew that. That's fine.
Sure.
I mean,
That's what I felt when I picked him,
I
to
don't
be
think he's
honest.
as bad as a fart, but he's fine. So I think the receivers worked out
Hey,
more than
Devin
I thought.
Hester.
So I do actually kind of like your team, Andy. It's pretty solid.
I saw him this month.
Some of the guys
No,
I didn't like, you
that's
got
what
better
I
guys
said.
later,
Yeah,
so it
Devin
doesn't
Hester.
matter. So pretty good. Jake, it's over, man. It's over.
Dude, then
Oh,
Hester was
This is the year.
First
It's
came
over,
in the league.
man. It's
when he
never
first
been
came into the
more.
league, man.
All right, Jeff's team.
Incredible.
Garrett Wilson, again, we just need Aaron Rodgers to stay healthy. He was supposed to be healthy last year when Nick got him, but he
It was
wasn't.
me.
Huh?
It was me.
It was me.
Did you pick one last year?
No.
I'm trying to.
Oh, I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. I had Aaron Rodgers.
No, Nick had Garrett Wilson.
Nick
Oh,
at Garrett
okay.
Wilson
I
because
thought
Nick
you
and I
had-
were working on a trade with one of my running backs and he got
Yeah,
hurt.
because Nick needed a running back. But yeah, he is that talented. It is just the quarterback play's got to come up to him. You went back to the well on Kyron Williams. I like it. He's going to get opportunities. He is talented. You paid the tax for Lamar. The issue is Lamar won MVP last year having a statistically okay season. You got to hope that he breaks out more. I don't know if that's going to happen because they're going to play winning football, but I think Lamar's good enough that he's going to be a high floor player still. Sam Laporta was crazy last year. I don't know if he can be that good again, but he is that talented. He's the second receiving option after Amon-Ra, so that's still a good pick. T. Shirtigans is good. Ramondre Stevenson is still in New England. I didn't know that.
That makes me feel good about it.
I wouldn't invest in the New England offense, so that's tough. That's your second running back. That's double tough.
Let's double
His
talk.
third one's Nick.
His third was Nick Chubb. That's triple tough. I love Chubb. We all do, obviously, but he's going to be on the PUP, so he's out at least 4 weeks. And I don't know what he's going to be like when he came back. I saw him squat a lot.
That's heartening.
He's got that.
I'm telling you, it's a long play. I can tell you that.
I really like Rome. He's a special player. He's up there, like the top 3 receivers
What
in
is
this
up,
draft.
Jim Rome? Oh, sorry.
Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, Rome. They are really special players, so I like all of them. Gus Edwards, he's on the Chargers now, and I can't see him producing the same success he did in Baltimore. Baltimore just knows how to run the football. You're predicting a breakout year for Jameson Williams. All right, man. He's going to just always be that sort of sporadic deep threat, I think, or a gadget player. I don't think he'll ever be consistent enough to really be a 2, but why not take a chance on him? Rico Dowdle might get the most carries in Dallas. So getting him there is actually fine. I like him more than I like Zeke. And nobody took Dalvin Cook because they probably didn't know Dalvin Cook's on Dallas right now.
I did not.
Yeah, I remember seeing something now that I think about it, but
Yeah.
I took it as like, cause he didn't go fucking play.
Yeah. T.J. Hawkinson, I think he's still coming back with injury. I don't know if
Yes.
he's going to play.
Talk to.
But that's fine as a backup because he was playing with tight end 1 levels at one point. Evan McPherson's your kicker. Pittsburgh defense, they kind of got some pieces. They could be pretty nice with Porter Jr., still got Minka,
Twat.
still got Watt, still got boy on the other side. Watt and who's the other rusher? I'm not going to remember. They
I
got
don't know, that rhythmic, like, when you did that, I don't know. It really
can't-
capped. Sorry,
I can't-
my edibles kicked in.
You're
and I'm
good.
like,
You're
fuck.
good. We're almost at the end. We're almost at the end. You're good.
Clicking to try and make
Gino's a good backup. Gino's a
Time
good
out.
matchup. Again, I don't believe in New Orleans, so I certainly don't believe in the backup running back. Your running back situation is a little spooky, man.
Yeah.
It's a little.
I'm seeing that now, and I
Yeah.
agree.
And I don't think you quite have the guarantees at receiver. I don't like it, but you know.
Which of those punishments you want to do, Jeff?
I felt really good about my draft until we looked at it.
Then we got clearing it with Ryan Mullins at the end. AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley. I don't know why you took them back to back. They're on the same team. That's nonsense. Wide receiver 1 and running back 1. That's crazy. I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year.
I can't imagine that's going to work out.
It's going to work out great.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't mean it's impossible. I mean, Christian McCaffrey and Brandon Ayuk both produced last year. They were on the same team. Kittle produced.
Yeah.
Didn't you have like
I had
Christian
McCaffrey, Debo,
and Kittle, and they worked out
Yeah.
for Scott. So like, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm saying there's no way it's going to happen for you. So I guess I am saying it won't happen. Stephon Diggs, I wouldn't have taken him here.
Where is he now? Sorry.
He's with Texans.
Texans. That's
But I
right.
think he is the wide receiver 3 there is the thing. I think that they are going to focus on their young guys.
Really?
He's good. I like Stephon Diggs still, but I do not think that he is going to produce at the levels that we're accustomed to seeing from a special player like him. But, you know, he is going to be in a high-powered offense, so there's still opportunity. I don't like Rashad White at all.
Whoa. Wait, who was that?
Wasn't good. I had to almost burp.
Almost burped. But I thought that was a full burp, wasn't it?
I didn't really let it fully go. I go.
Just because you didn't huff and puff and blow a house down doesn't make it not a full burp.
You're right. I do not like Rashad White. Again, maybe he's one of those players who I am not seeing the vision. He produced better than I thought last year, so maybe it'll happen again. I just kind of don't believe in him. Don't have a good reason for it.
No.
Anthony Richardson, again, that high upside. If he's healthy and he is billed as what he's supposed to be, I think Shane Steichen can draw it up, simplify it for him, and he'll be like this crazy dual-threat quarterback. If he gets hurt again, it's never been more Jover. George Kittle. Kittle went after Kincaid? McBride I really like. That's kind of crazy. He went so late. He blocks a lot, but he's still good, man, so I like that. I like Xavier Worthy. I think that he is going to have one of those really strong rookie seasons. Jake,
Not
I
hitting
think
the
two
over
tight
on
ends
this
so
game.
close together. That's what I said.
It's fine.
He's running that 2 tight end set. y'all don't know about Ryan Mullins running 12 personnel in a fantasy
That
league.
flex, tight end
Yeah.
flex.
Yo, no.
Great.
What y'all know about 12 personnel in fantasy?
Time out, wait. This is a real time out. Who the hell is Jake Ferguson?
He's tight end for the Dallas Cowboys.
I had him a few weeks last year when
He's
Kittle got hurt.
decent, but it's just I would not do this. Trey Benson he's got some talent, so I get it. Oh man, you're looking kind of rough, Ryan. I like Brian Thomas Jr. a lot.
Me
He
too.
was a big red zone threat last year, and Calvin Ridley had all these drops when he was in Jacksonville. So if those targets go to Brian Thomas Jr., he can just end up eating. He could have not a lot of yards, but having a 10, 11 touchdown season. So I like Brian Thomas Jr. a lot. You double down and got Trevor Lawrence. He should have a bounce back year. This is his time to have a truly good year. He doesn't have the excuse of Urban Meyer. He doesn't have the excuse of a first-time not a first-time, but a new head coach, Doug Peterson. And he's got to stay healthy. It's got to be this year. So this is the year to bet on him. Jalen Wright, again, if either of the running backs go down in Miami, he might get opportunities anyway. People really like him. Philadelphia's defense, as a Philly fan, sneaky potential to be good. The secondary is going to be a lot better than people think because they drafted Kenyon Mitchell, the first cornerback. Darius Slay still looks good in camp. And they got a couple guys that nobody really knows about. Keely Ringo, who they got from Georgia last year. And then they also have this guy, Isaiah Rodgers, who they got from the Colts, who has a gambling problem. But he's going to play this year, and he's looked good. So Philadelphia defense could be pretty good. Jake Moody, Mike Gesicki, I hate him so much. Worst gritty year ever, but he's on Cincinnati. And then you also invested in the New England offense. That was a bad idea.
God damn it.
They're not
With
gonna go
Jalen
there,
Polk.
No, I got 40 in that.
So overall,
They just
best draft. God, man, I really think it might be.
Jeff.
Jenna?
It ain't
No,
Jeff.
no, I know. I feel like
It
I
ain't
started
Jeff.
to low key panic when I spent.
I
yeah,
think
John.
that Janjas is really good.
I like Jenna's.
Marks is really good.
Why is every bodily sound being addressed with
Yeah,
such
farts
attention?
and burps and shits and
You laugh at every one of them, and it's more the laugh's almost more
I'm
distracting.
gonna say I think that Janja did like the best you can with the one-on-one spot. I think that's as good as it's gonna
I
get.
would agree.
I
Damn
really,
it.
I think she had a very good draft.
it's
Jay,
just
Jenna, I
really
don't think
fun.
you're coming in last this year.
No, you'd have to not play any of the players you drafted.
Which I don't recommend. And then worst
See some
draft.
stuff, man.
Man, there's a couple like really goofy drafts here. Damn, Forrest was doing some weird stuff, man.
It's been that way for the
Yeah, I
last
mean,
20
like-
years. With-
He's an
Are you
innovator.
giving-
He's an
are you giving
innovator.
out
Cut him
worst
some
draft
slack
again?
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's
No,
just,
but look at his running
Dude.
backs.
yeah, look I just can't get over it, man. I think
maybe
it's
I'll,
just-
I'm not. I know I'm gonna lose my bet.
It's the most unstartable set of running backs. Like
They
I
just
really
picked
don't
it-
like
they
it.
just picked it
They
on
just
for
did.
a
They just did a
touchdown.
pick six. Sorry.
All right, I guess I'd say Forrest, but there's a couple. Like there are a couple rough running back rooms, and again, maybe I'm being an old man, and wide receivers are the future. You don't need a good running back, but I don't believe that, especially since we play in a non-PPR league. I think you do need some solid starters at running back. That's about it. Thanks for listening to me ramble on, guys. Have a good year.